Good morning all, it's about 7:15. It's a lovely Wednesday morning, it's the 29th of July and we're picking up the path again here at Zennor. Parked the car just at the car park at Zennor near the Tenors Arms car park, £2 all day. This is a big walk today. We're walking all the way to Cape Cornwall and then into St Just and bus back. Absolutely perfect weather. Look at this, there's not a drop of wind, the sun is coming out over the hills, and I promise not to be as grumpy on this walk today, pathway finders. Right, actually makes a change to start the walk, actually going down. We are, I think this is Porth Beer Cove. The legend of the mermaid, which I spoke about in the last video. But I know it's coming. We're going down just to walk back up. You can see the steps behind me here. So this walk from Zennor to Pendeen and then on to Cape Cornwall. So the Zennor Pendeen one is the second part of, supposed to be one of the most toughest sections of the SWCP. I've not done the Bude section up to Hartland Point, so I can't comment on that, but I'm sure, and I've read that that is brutal as well. But yeah, after Pendeen Lighthouse, it does flatten out this walk. So that will make sure that we can get to the St Just in time for the bus. And that is Gurnard's Head. Right, there we are, a little boggy section, and now it goes sort of dry again. Still bouldery sections and still ups and downs, small ups and downs. So there is a beach down there when the tide is out. It's absolutely stunning. It's got Gurnard's Head. The light and the photo probably won't do it justice. Certainly this section is already better than St Ives to Zennor. So heading into mining territory again now we are. That. Right, so just as we're about to say, can't see any mile markers. Pendeen is 5.5 miles away, and just popping up now on the brow we can actually see Pendeen Watch Lighthouse. Clouding over a little bit as well, it's warming up. So here's the thought, should there be a mile marker every mile on the SWCP? If it could be paid for, what are your thoughts? Or is the unknown a little bit more exciting? Don't know if you can see it, that is Pendine Lighthouse. Look at this. So remote. Nice little flat section for a bit. Yep, the boulders are back. Rocky. So look at this view that's opening up now. Might be able to see a better picture now of Pendine Lighthouse. Just about. So coming down into this little section here, we've got some wild ponies just eating some grass, and then we've also got the start of some old buildings. How do? How do? Got some cows up here as well, look. I think those cows are far enough away not to chase us like they did just before Mullion Cove. All those many, many moons ago though. They are roaming free. Be nice, Mr. Count. Getting close. Right, that little sign that we've just passed there says Pendine 2 3/4 miles. It's coming up to 9 o'clock. So we're doing some good progress, just over 4 miles in a mile and a half. 4 miles in an hour and a half. So well on track. Time to stop for a cup of tea, I think, and fuel up soon, I think. So we got Gurner's Head right there. I've just been talking to a chap. They said that pretty much all the tough sections done now of this bit. As we're heading towards Pendine, probably one more little down and up, and then fairly-ish sort of flat walking, or certainly better walking than the boulders. So yeah, total admiration for anyone that does do this section, is doing like a through hike, or even a day, you know, more than one day hike through, carrying everything. So it is a section that will definitely challenge you, that's for sure. What a stunning little beach. No one on it. I'm sure I'll find the name of it in a second. And then up on the headland is the lighthouse. Right, so Gurner's Head, 4 3/4 miles. We've got Pendine Lighthouse. So you can see it's just 3/4 of a mile. Let's go. There is a seal there. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up, although it might be a rock. And there is the lighthouse, Pendine Watch, looking out all over this. Can you see the Atlantic? Somewhere up there it's got Dreevy Head. Right, so it's just gone 10 o'clock and we've reached Pendine Watch Lighthouse. So it's taken us about 2 hours 40 to do those 7 miles. We've got about another 6.5 to do. So a bit more of a gentle stroll. We are entering tin mining country now again though. So looking forward to this. Cloud is lifting now. Sun's trying to break through. So yeah, just a bit of refreshment, bit of energy on board, and then we'll be on our way again. Right, that says just under 3.5 miles to Cape Cornwall. So off we go. Right, so we are away from the coast at the moment, but this is the path winding its way along. Slowly heading downhill. Just look at these old mining works. This is Giva Tin Mine. It's quite incredible to think that probably 200 years ago this was a thriving tin mining community, making Cornwall one of the richest counties in the UK. And look at it now, relics of a bygone era. Again, if the buildings could talk and tell stories, I'm sure there would be hundreds, if not thousands. But this is sadly all that is now left of the mining. That, I believe, could well be Cape Cornwall. Right, so we're at Batalic Head already. It's looking like it could potentially, I'm feeling good, walking wise, may push on to Sennen Cove. We'll see how we are when we get to Cape Cornwall. But Sennen is in like another 3.5 miles on, which I really wasn't planning on doing today. But that would be a bonus if I could get that section done as well today. Again, it's just such a different coast path. You know, the changes from St Ives to Zennor and now to Pendine and now onto here. That is one of the iconic pictures that people try to get. I think that's Batalic Mine. One of the photos that appears on many postcards. Onwards now, just seen a sign to say that we've got Cape Cornwall in 1.75 miles. And more mines at the top here. Right, Cape Cornwall coming up, but what a sight we've seen in the distance, which is the Tall Ships Lighthouse, which I don't think you're going to be able to make out. Might be able to possibly on those rocks out there. That was such an unexpected sight. Oh, it feels now like we are really making quite a bit of headway on the coast path. Probably about 20 minutes from Cape Cornwall. What a peaceful little section. Right, so it was thought right up into the early 1900s that Cape Cornwall there was the sort of furthest south, I think, in the UK. And then, of course, along came Land's End and trumped that. I think I know which one I would prefer all year round. Cape Cornwall or Land's End. I'll leave that choice up to you. So we've got to walk all the way down into here and then sort of all the way sort of up. Stunning. No, it's not hot, no, it's not sunny, but wow. And I don't know if you can see, that line is where the Atlantic sort of meets the Bristol Channel, which is why it's called a cape, because there's sort of two seas meeting. Nice little cafe. This is Cape Cornwall. Right, and in true SWCP style, there are no signposts for the path. So I'm going to take an amber gamble here. I'm walking down and hopefully can swing around to the left. The Land's End comes into view. Right, so we've got Sea Pool there. Those are called the Briar Rocks, I believe. That's the tall ship lighthouse over there. And tucked around in that corner, that is Sennen. Right, so Sennen Cove is about 2.5 hours on Google Maps. I need to get there in 1 hour and 20 to catch the bus, or my times are all wrong. So this is going to be one ride or one pathway. Can I do it? We're currently walking up a hill. I know where the bus stop is in Sennen. The challenge is, can I get a pint in before the bus leaves? This hill is going up and up and up. Oh. Leaving that all behind. In the distance, Sennen Cove. And annoyingly, I've lost my hat. So, any of you on the coast path, walking anywhere from Pendeen to Cape Cornwall over the next few weeks, please give us a shout. Drop a comment below and let me know you found it. Another little beautiful beach down there. Right, so we've got about 3.5 miles and 1 hour and 20 minutes to the bus. The last section across into Sennen is on sand. Right, Sennen is creeping in. Around the corner I can see the harbour at Sennen. 3 miles. Quite gentle walking, a few ups and downs. Path is good. Might need a dip in that sea though to cool off. Ooh, it's warming up. The sun is trying to break through. I don't know what will probably happen, which will be good. That'll probably start breaking free when we finish. Just for good measure, to fill off this section, rocks, rocks and rocks. Sennen getting closer and closer. It should be able to walk the beach. So I pretty much tell you I am done with hills, rocks and boulders now, but I'm so pleased. This section has been immense. Amazing beach, yellow sand. Right, so we've dropped down onto the beach, heading straight for Sennen Cove now, and we've got about 35 minutes till the bus and 35 minutes of walking left. Pathway finders, that's Sennen Beach done, sorry. Just climbing the hill now to the Old Success Inn. It's 10 minutes till the bus. So we have done Zennor to Sennen in about 6 hours, which is about 16 miles. Some tough sections on that. I'm going to sign off now. Hopefully I'll get a pint. If not, I'll squeeze you on the pathway again soon, folks. Take care. So we're just waiting for the bus. It's about 5 minutes late, so happy days, but that's probably the quickest pint I've ever drunk in the Old Success Inn. £5.95 mind, but it was welcome. And big shout out to the girls behind the bar there. They filled up my water bottle. Even though I've finished, they filled it up with ice and fresh water. So happy days. Yeah. Not quite the route I planned, in fact well over what I planned, but I'm really happy. So we've now just got to close out this section. We've got Sennen round to Porthcurno, which will probably be at the end of August. Looking forward to that, because it's probably a little bit of a shorter one. So see you soon.